this hour, with the Iran nuclear deal teetering, Israel's Prime Minister speaks to CNN, plus the legal strategy behind what the special counsel wants to ask Donald Trump. And it's May Day, workers right around the globe are demonstrating. All that and much more right here at the International Desk. Welcome, I'm Lynda Kinkade. We start with Israel's Prime Minister on CNN today, defending his dramatic reveal of information on Iran's nuclear program. Benjamin Netanyahu doubled down on his contention that Iran is lying about its nuclear ambitions and that the nuclear deal is a danger to Israel and the world. His claims put him at odds with the UN's nuclear watchdog and European allies. Here's some of his interview with Chris Cuomo.
The deal that everybody's talking about was premised on the fact that Iran had no such material. But Iran took enormous pains after the nuclear deal and before, but especially after, to hide this information. It's like an arsenal of knowledge. It's not just in the minds of people whom they have. It's the actual calculations that they've done, the blueprints, the measurements. They kept it hidden because they don't want the world to know what I showed yesterday, that they actually have this capability, a pretty advanced capability, to manufacture nuclear weapons. So the whole premise that this deal somehow guarantees a safer, more moderate Iran is wrong. This deal paves Iran's path to a nuclear arsenal. If you got rid of it, the first thing that would happen is you would crash Iran's money machine, in which it's pursuing its dreams of a conquest and empire. They're funding it with billions, tens of billions of dollars, their aggression throughout the region. And this deal facilitates it. If you take away the deal, they're going to be in a huge economic problem. Second thing, I think you have to insist that you actually dismantle the components that allow Iran to produce an arsenal of nuclear weapons. If you don't, and you do nothing, then I predict that what you'll do is head right into a wall. You'd head into a terrible conflict and perhaps a terrible war in which Iran would be armed with nuclear weapons. That's bad. If you want peace...
Well, it sounds like you're suggesting that that's the only course anyway. The way you outline the threat and the intentions of Iran, it seems as though you are indicating that you are on the precipice of war with this nation, because that's the only way that you'd be able to guarantee that you smash all of their capabilities and stop all of their evil outreach in the surrounding region, as you describe it. Is that what you mean? Are you prepared to go to war against Iran?
Well, nobody's seeking that kind of development. Iran is the one that's changing the rules in the region. Iran is the one that is practicing aggression against every country in the Middle East.
Well, you can watch Chris Cuomo's entire interview with Prime Minister Netanyahu next hour right here on CNN. Well, now to the live war. Oren Libermann is in Jerusalem and Amir Daftari is in Tehran. Good to have you both with us. First to you, Oren. In light of what we've seen from the Israeli Prime Minister, does he have any convincing evidence that Iran has breached the nuclear deal as it stands?
In terms of the argument Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is making, it doesn't seem like he has what you would call a smoking gun or evidence that Iran was clearly in violation of the JCPOA, the Iran nuclear deal. Netanyahu's pointing at work Iran has done in the past when they were trying to develop some sort of nuclear weapon or nuclear ambitions, work that has been stopped, that had been frozen according to the International Atomic Energy Agency. In terms of the material he put out, what he highlighted in this presentation, what he spoke about in his interview with CNN's Chris Cuomo, the IAEA has said, look, we're aware of this. We included a lot of it in our reports. And the response he's getting from other countries, the other signatories to the deal, who he reached out to after his presentation last night, is basically, the reasons you put forward are reasons for us to stay in the deal, because it gives us the inspections, it gives us the ability to monitor Iran's nuclear ambitions and whatever they're doing there. So has he made his case? He seems to have convinced President Donald Trump, but none of the other signatories to the deal have indicated that they'll rethink their position. They're still in favor of it.
Absolutely. And to Amir, on that exact point, because we have heard the European signatories to this deal believe that they knew all this information before the deal was signed. Nuclear experts agree with them. So how is Iran responding?
Well, Lynda, Iran is saying the same thing. They're like, you know, these claims are known. They're known by experts, and the Iranians aren't taking.
All right, Amir Daftari, we've got some problems with that link, but of course Iran disputing the claims made by the Israeli Prime Minister. We'll leave it there for now. Oren Libermann, Amir Daftari, thank you both very much. We've got